Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am Gandair, and I bring just one more game to you today. This is an exclusive VOD-only game after we had finished the finals of the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 15. There was one game left undecided. In the third and fourth place match, we have point defense, and we have Feel the Vibe going for the third and fourth place position. And they had played 2 games in the time that it took the finals to complete, and they had not finished their third game. So this is game 3, which will decide the third and fourth place of DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 15. Chobra had already dropped out of the Skype call, so unfortunately I do not have him here with me for this. So this is going to be a horrible solo mode cast where I'm going to run out of breath a lot. We have on Point Defense's team, we have Lyssic playing as Corki, FDru playing as Rammus, MMKH playing as Blitzcrank, hipeoples playing as Lulu, and Nekrogen playing as Orianna. On Feel the Vibe side of the map, we have Spawnlegacy playing as Ezreal, Armor playing as Amumu, Totalment playing as Ryze, Dienovv playing as Poppy, and BuddhaRice playing as Vayne. I am your caster, I am Gandair, and I'm gonna throw this game down for you, man. It's gonna be interesting. I haven't seen an Orianna in recent memory in a Dominion tournament. I assume she's going to be going bottom lane because that seems where she would excel the best at. On the other side of the map, however, it looks like we have BuddhaRice's Vayne as going to be the bottom lane for their team. Seen MMKH Blitzcrank, who is a Blitzcrank that I am a very big fan of, but looks like Rammus was not banned out. And FDru has opted to pick him up. FDru, we know, is an Alistar player. He likes to play a lot of that particular champion. Armor seems to love Amumu. We'll see Totalment play Swain and Ryze. I haven't seen a Corki in a while. And Lulu is a very good support champion. Both of the teams are heading up towards the top of the map right now. All the items look pretty standard right now. We have boots, prospector's items, pots, couple of tiers, chalice on Lulu, and it looks like we're going to have our first engagement up here. MMKH gets a successful grab off on Armor there, doing a little bit of damage to him, but Armor jumps right back in with a bandage tossed, although the entire team seems to want to unload on him automatically because he's the only thing in range, so that's what you're going to attack. Now, both teams kind of getting into a little click fight up here. FDru, knowing that people like to camp out above the windmill, goes up there to check everything out, and he finds Totalment up there. Armor goes in for him. We got the Valkyrie right over the wall there from Lyssic. They are able to get Amumu down, but Lyssic's taking a lot of damage. Totalment just one hit away. It does fall, however. Dienovv is trying to single-handedly keep hipeoples and FDru away from that cap, but Spawnlegacy low on hit points and low on mana, although that mana berry is about to run out, and it does. Spawnlegacy able to pick up that kill on Blitzcrank, and FDru is going to have to back off for the moment. Coming up from the bottom now, Totalment catches Lyssic with a Rune Prison, is able to do a little bit of damage to him. Amumu with a bandage toss seals FDru's fate right there. And both teams now in a little bit of a position here. We have Point Defense, who is kind of hanging around the middle of the map on that end, looking to regroup. They're waiting for FDru there. They know that they need their tank if they're going to make a particularly good engagement. Blitzcrank is kind of hanging around on the side, and this is the MMKH school of doing things. Do you have top? Gank bottom. Do you not have top? Gank bottom. And it looks like he's going to gank bottom, although I see a ping going down on the map. I don't know which team had that ping happen, but oh, hipeoples has disconnected. They are going to pause the game, because when you have a disconnect, there is a pause function. They're able to pause to see if they can get that player back in the game. I don't have camera control while this is going on, although this neat sepia tone is kind of interesting. Now, looking at the positions of both teams on the map right now, they have their two tankiest, sort of crowd controliest people. I don't know what the words you would use for those are, but they have Blitzcrank and they have Rammus both in the center of the map. From here, it looks like MMKH is going for the center relic to get that Storm Shield for that extra durability and that extra damage. So by having Rammus and Blitzcrank both in the middle of the map in this current position, just looking at the mini-map here, they can easily go top or they can easily go bottom. They don't need to go bottom right now because there's nothing bottom. BuddhaRice has just gone back to the summoner platform and recalled. Nekrogen is doing okay down there by himself at the moment. A little bit low on mana. I suspect might take a trip back to the summoner platform by himself while this is going on. Now we can see Amumu, Ezreal, and Poppy all just hanging out right over there by that speed shrine, and they're staying in a group like that because if you get split up, you can get picked off by heavy crowd control people like Blitzcrank and like Rammus. Rammus, who has an airborne, a taunt, and Blitzcrank, who damn near every single button he has is a crowd control, except for his speed boost, which is his W. So he's got the rocket grab, he's got the power fist, he's got the static field. All that good stuff. Game should be resuming in just a moment here, now that hipeoples has reconnected. Point defense has had a bit of a roster change. Sauron, due to real-life issues, has had to step down as the captain, and they've had to replace Sauron in the roster. Nekrogen is now the team captain. So they have not been doing quite as well as they have in the last couple of tournaments. They've been coming up with third-place finishes as opposed to first-place finishes, but they're still a very competitive team. It might take them a little bit while to get used to the roster change, kind of get things rolling with the new people here. Ryze being up at the top should be able to keep Corki away from the windmill okay by himself. It's sort of an only time will tell kind of thing. I don't see a lot of Corki in Dominion, so I really don't know how to comment on him very well. And the game has been unpaused. Play is going to resume in 2, 1, and normal color mode. Activate MMKH. You can see him right there. Yeah, he's picking that up there. Rammus is heading around towards the side of the map, wants to hang out by that speed shrine, because when you're near the speed shrine, you can kind of go anywhere you want on the map. BuddhaRice coming back onto the field, and they're catching armor in the middle right there. You see that airborne, you see that other airborne. See if we're going to pick up a taunt or not. No, he wants to use that taunt on Dienovv, saving it for whoever DPS champion decides to show up over there. And Spawnlegacy taking a ton of damage. They know how dangerous Ezreal can be, so they want to get him down as fast as possible. Although MMKH is going to fall in the process. Lulu not quite up at the fight yet, unfortunate to be able to contribute. Although she's going to land that Glitter Lance slow on Dienovv. FDru is going to come around. He moves faster than Poppy with that Powerball. He's going to get that airborne off on her. But walking straight down the barrel of Ezreal's gun is not a very good idea. FDru taking some damage, getting deflected off towards the bottom end of the map. Spawnlegacy is going to be able to get that relic uncontested because no one wants to poke their head out and get shot by that. It's a very dangerous thing to have happen. Down at the bottom lane, Vayne and Orianna are exchanging some hits, and Nekrogen looking a little bit worse for the wear there, unfortunately. Is going to back off and grab that health relic before swinging back around. It looks like Lulu and Blitzcrank are coming down. hipeoples and MMKH want a piece of this. MMKH is looking for a good spot to get that grab, but she tumbles, so it messes up where he was going to try and target that, no doubt. Are they going to get this successful kill? He doesn't want to use that rocket grab just yet. There he goes. He pulls it off, wants to get the airborne first, wants to get close enough to be able to secure the grab before actually doing anything. Although with armor and Totalment coming down, it's going to force them away from that point. However, here, Spawnlegacy is going for the refinery, though, and FDru and Lyssic are just going to go ahead and head up to the windmill. Garrison goes down from Dienovv, interrupting that cap right there and healing the turret in the process. Goes over that heroic charge, gets it off on Lyssic, takes a big chunk out of his health, and now they're pursuing Dienovv back to that point. But FDru with the taunt pulls Dienovv right off of that point. Just need one more hit there. Lyssic, fire that gun, shuts Poppy down up at the top. And while that was going on, Ezreal was capturing the refinery, which means he wasn't present at the fight at the windmill. You can kind of let refinery or drill go if you want to, because you can just get it back later. Engagement up here at the top. There's a defensive Garrison that goes down. hipeoples throws down the ultimate, but isn't quite enough to save them, and FDru is going to get picked off by armor right there. Spawnlegacy gonna jet minions. Minions too strong right there. Valkyrieing over that, throwing some damage on Totalment before getting taken down. Here you can see right there, refinery getting picked up again by MMKH. You can kind of just let your refinery or drill go in some situations, and it's fine because you just come back to life, you pick it up again. And that enabled them to hold the windmill temporarily by having a 2v1 fight go on up here, while they were only having a 1v1 fight going on over there at the refinery. Bottom end of the map, however, Nekrogen has BuddhaRice pushed back up against that tower and is zoning pretty hard with the swirly ball right there. Are we going to get that neutral minion? Yes, Minion's got the neutral! Good job, littlest minion. Someone promote that minion. Oh wait, no one took promote, unfortunately. So Totalment's going to help come down there and help pick that up. Another engagement at the top, however. The action very back and forth in this game. Dienovv has that diplomatic immunity down on Lyssic there. And Poppy eventually does go down. And Armor trying to keep this point disrupted and neutral, and is able to do so for a moment, but MMKH low on hit points, gets hit by that Rune Prison, and a combination of things takes him down. Corki is going to go down to Ryze. Now it's just hipeoples, throws down the defensive Garrison, because hipeoples wants to keep that tower as long as possible, and by throwing down that Garrison, that makes it more difficult for them to cap. Rammus doing a little bit of a backdoor thing. FDru with knife mode Rammus right here. He's going to cut in, and he's going to take that drill away from them. Because you see an opportunity like that, It's sort of a risk-reward thing. He could have been up there with the team helping them out, but how much would it have done? He decided to come over here. He's going to go for drill instead and try and make a play out of that. He's very tanky. He's going to be able to delay this for a little bit, but is it going to be really enough to justify taking the time out to pick it up in the first place? He is going to go down, and what do we got else going on? BuddhaRice getting ganked by MMKH. Do you have top? No. Gank bottom. Do you have top? Yes. Gank bottom. And Totalment is going to come down to help out, although Orianna does throw that shield into the fight and then has it get kicked over there to do some damage to Totalment. MMKH is going to go away from that point right now. Ezreal gets taken down up at the top end of the map. Hipeoples, that's such tall yordle. Her hat is out of control. It was like wiggling and jiggling there for a second. I smell a heroic charge incoming. I think Dienovv, nope, going the wrong way, Dienovv, get back here. Blitzcrank's got the boob grab going on, pulls Dienovv away from Hipeoples, but Hipeoples taking a bunch of damage to the minions, and armor bandage tosses right over the wall. Good play there by Amumu, being able to get Lulu down. Now Dienovv being chased back up against the point, misses with the rocket grab, unfortunately, but is able to help get her with that static field there, and now it's just Armor defending by himself against MMKH and Lyssic. They do have minions on their side. I don't know how well this is going to go for Armor there. We will find out in a moment. Lyssic goes down, but Armor goes down in the process. MMKH, I don't know if he's going to be able to pick up this point. Spawnlegacy does have that ultimate if he's going to be able to fire it off and use it, but he is distracted right now by FDru. FDru down there dealing with him at the moment. Glitterlance goes off, gets that slow, gets that whimsy right there. Doesn't really give Spawnlegacy a chance to be able to use his ultimate to interrupt Blitzcrank up at the top, so MMKH is able to secure that point. We have Dienovv and Totalment coming around for reinforcements here. Hipeoples trying to land that Glitterlance. Glitterlance is extremely vicious slow. You don't want to be on the receiving end of it. Nekrogen and BuddhaRice still kind of exchanging blows down here right now. Looks like no clear winner at the moment. No one seems to be wanting to engage. Poppy's getting the Storm Shield here, but Lysic's going in for it. Doesn't quite interrupt it. Misses it just fractions of a second there. And MMKH hanging around the bushes right here. He's driving in his car. Want to see how far he can go. And he's revealed himself now by stepping out of the Fog of War and into the lane. Dienovv trying to cut around from behind. Hipeoples misses with the Glitterlance, though, unfortunately, and goes in for Lyssic. Dienovv, they really want to get down their damage dealer, which is Corki. He Valkyries out of range and tries to get in to do some damage, and he is saved for momentarily. He's saved for a few moments by Hipeoples' ultimate there. MMKH being chased back away from the point, wanting to stay out of range of that damage. Hipeoples staying in to be disruptive, but is going to back off as well. MMKH is going to go ahead and recall here. Feel the Vibe is in a pretty good spot right now. There was an Ezreal ult down here, did some damage to Nekrogen, but really not terribly consequential, it seems. Nekrogen's going to go ahead and come down here. That tower looking a little bit worse for wear on the bottom end of the map there. And BuddhaRice chipping away at Nekrogen's health, but Orianna throws down some damage right there. That hurt a lot, but she's got that condemn, and she kicks Orianna to safety there. We're just looking for a good airborne. Can MMKH get one? Grabs that static field off. Looking for it. Doesn't really need to get that airborne. They are able to take her down. MMKH in the jungle over here and going for Spawnlegacy, saving that rocket grab. Wants to use it only when he absolutely needs it, which is a good thing because you don't want to have it get caught on cooldown when it doesn't need to be. Totalment coming in here for MMKH, but Rammus at the same time, FDru's Rammus is heading straight up to the windmill, which is going to force a response from Feel the Vibe as they send Poppy and Ryze up there, grabs Armor, pulls him away from his lower hit point teammates. Lyssic misses with the skill shot, unfortunately. Hipeoples begins to channel on that, but BuddhaRice is right there to interrupt it. Nice bandage toss from Armor there in on Hipeoples, doing a bunch of damage. And is BuddhaRice going to get this kill? It's going to be really close. He does! Is able to secure it there. Got an airborne goes off on Amumu there, and they are able to shut him down. Although FDru was taken down on the top end of the map, and that puts Poppy and Ryze in a good spot to be able to try and get a neutral off on the refinery, and that looks like to be exactly what Poppy is doing right now. She cuts in to that middle point, begins getting the neutral off on it, but MMKH is there to chase her away. If they had maybe not dwallowed so much and immediately went down there the second that Rammus was killed, they might have been able to pull off that neutral, but maybe there were minions up there. I didn't quite see. My camera wasn't up there. Got an ult goes down from Ezreal as he jumps in for Nekrogen right there. Nekrogen throws down that defensive Garrison on that point. He wants to make sure it does not get captured. Spawnlegacy so low. Oh, misses with the ball there. FDru comes around from the side, though. Gets that taunt. Beats the crap out of Ezreal. And Nekrogen getting hunted down by the Night Hunter there. Vayne getting that kill off, but FDru's going to grab her and pull under the tower. Is that what's going to happen? He got condemned, so it took him a second to be able to connect with that, but he does get the taunt off, but it's a little bit too far out of range to get the defensive advantage from the tower. He does have Tremors active, however, which is going to give him a damage increase against him, but as soon as that wears off, MMKH is there to save the day, gets that grab off on Vayne, and is able to bail out his buddy there. See a ping going down on the map for the blue team. hipeoples and Lyssic are going after Armor right there. Got that Glitter Lance slow going down. Lyssic is able to dish out some hurt on Armor right here. Dienovv is right there, but gets turned into a cat! Cat Dienovv is best Dienovv, and they're moving up there right now. Poach with that Glitter Lance a little bit. Dienov's going to go for a heroic charge in on Lyssic. Tons of damage in on Lyssic, but thankfully Poppy is not long for this world. Taunt goes off on Totalment right there, gets airborne, gets grabbed, gets Glitter Lance, gets silenced. All of the bad things happen in Totalment at once, unfortunately. There we go, got that uppercut up on Amumu there, as he is corralled and kept away from the point, but they have their primary damage dealer up on the point, so that's why Armor is taking so long to be defeated, because Lyssic is not there to put out them deeps, and he shows up and helps take a bite out of crime there. FDru getting locked down with that Rune Prison, things looking not so great for him. Spawnlegacy is trying to get hipeoples, gets catted for a minute. hipeoples has to blow the ultimate on himself there, and is trying to get away as quickly as possible, but it's going to be really close, if at all. Dodges the skill shot by a millimeter, but an aggressive arcane shift is able to put him down. And FDru has got to get to that point very, very quickly in order to stop things from being captured at the refinery as the windmill turns over to Feel the Vibes team. FDru is able to show up in time to be able to pick up that interrupt there. Spawnlegacy is going to go ahead and go back. We see him hitting that Powerball, going for that Speed Shrine. Where is he going to go? Is FDru going to go for the quest objective point on the bottom of the map, or is he going to swing upward? He is going to come upward. Amumu going for the center relic while this is going on. FDru getting in there, uses that banish toss to get away from him. Tremors goes down, got an airborne off on him, but Dienovv is coming in from behind, and they really don't want that much of Dienovv right now. Although Dienovv sees Corki and wants all of Corki, throws down the Curse of the Sad Mummy right there. Lysic's got the Poppy ult going on, and it's a dangerous position to be in. Lyssic, I don't think I like that. Lyssic goes down, although MMKH is able to grab Poppy, dodge the Ezreal ult, and hipeoples, can hipeoples take out Armor? Is he going to do that? Oh, no, not unfortunately. Armor lives with 28 hit points, the painkiller method of defense, and Feel the Vibe is up 4 caps to 1 at the moment. So far in this game, point defense not doing terribly well at this moment in time. BuddhaRice has zoned Nekrogen away from that point very handily right now. Although Orianna does have good burst, Nekrogen is just like a shot or two away from everything going really badly over here, trying to keep him back away from the point. He does not want to lose this one. Ryze is taking the top point as it was neutraled, and the refinery is being recaptured by point defense. Feel the Vibe is up by over 200 points at this point. BuddhaRice goes for the dive right there, is really trying to work this down, tries to get cap in at any point that they are able to. And how is this going to work? Is Nekrogen going to go for the play? Is BuddhaRice going to get this neutral? We are going to see the minions are right up here right now. They are pushing down on. Is Orianna able to kill him before it gets neutraled? Saves it just barely. MMKH coming down right now. Looks like he's going to make a play for BuddhaRice. BuddhaRice smells what MMKH is cooking. And is Blitzcrank going to go for this? Is he? He's going to go for the boob grab, but misses with it, unfortunately, and is going to put Vayne down right there. I almost said Janna, don't know why. And Nekrogen in a bad spot is going to get run over as well, but Nekrogen did not have that much HP to begin with when that fight started, so they're going to go for that cap down here and see if they can get that bottom point. There are no revives available right now for point defense, so there's not going to be any clutch defense of the bottom point. FDru and Lyssic making a play for the drill, but Spawnlegacy with an exhaust, and a lot of damage being unloaded onto Lyssic right there. Spawnlegacy getting taunted, but it's a little bit too late to save Lyssic from going down, and we see the Randuins going off right there. FDru trying to cut around from behind, but there is a Rune Prison with FDru's name on it, and he takes a ton of damage right there. hipeoples is going to put a little bit of a chip damage on Spawnlegacy, but is going to have to pop the ultimate to try and get away, but gets locked down by the Rune Prison, and another exhaust, absolutely determined to take down hipeoples there, and they are successful in doing so. While this was going on, Armor was up at the windmill, getting capture time in on it. And BuddhaRice now chasing MMKH away. BuddhaRice is like, get your hands off of me, you foul creature! And takes him down. MMKH using that rocket grab, inadvertently kind of pulling BuddhaRice into an even better position to shoot him. Dienovv, is Dienovv going to die before the end of the game? Maybe? No, actually, lasers. Yeah, it's fine. Nope! Totally safe. That is going to wrap it up. It looks like Feel the Vibe is going to be your third-place victors here in the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 15 in a 2-1 victory over point defense. This is the secret video, the secret game, the hidden game, if you will. It was recorded after all was said and done, so if you're watching it, it's only because it was in the VOD. Didn't make it in the stream. Thank you guys for watching, everybody. I appreciate every single view that one of you guys gives. Congratulations to Feel the Vibe for their victory over Point Defense taking third, and congratulations to Point Defense for taking fifth. All positions, first, second, third, and fourth win RP, so fourth and up gets prizes. Thank you for watching.